Every decision that Baz Luhrmann made in turning F. Scott Fitzgerald's book, The Great Gatsby, into a motion picture was the right one. Right, but not necessarily good. The problem with making this film is, the source material is a fundamentally flawed piece of writing that has had more greatness foisted upon it than are hidden in its pages. Don't get me wrong. The first time I read the novel, I enjoyed the world of West Egg, sure enough, and having just seen the film, I still enjoy it, but let the spoilers begin. The world that Fitzgerald created is one of longing rather than one of condemnation. Many words have been devoted to the corruption of the American dream and the marginalization of the Valley of Ashes, all under the guise of an apathetic blind god, yada yada yada. If that was truly Fitzgerald's intention, then it kind of makes him a hypocrite. Fitzgerald in real life wasn't adverse to tipping a few back and seeing where the night would take him. He surrounded himself with eccentric and interesting people who came together in one of the most decadent scenes in human history, Paris in the 20s. He didn't stay at the party for a brief moment, but rather checked out 7 years later. Fitzgerald drank the Kool-Aid and then handed it to Baz. It's the spectacle that the movie uses for its armature to hang everything around, and I don't believe this would have offended Fitzgerald in the least. Say what you will about the American dream, a theme that works for me is that there is nothing more exhilarating than arriving at a good party already at full steam, and nothing more depressing than staying a little too long and watching the steam slowly escape. The sweet life always ends with the partygoer standing on a beach, staring at an enormous dead fish. You can never recapture that initial high, and if you try, you will always be disappointed. Chasing the dragon is a fruitless endeavor, and in Gatsby's case, his dragon is Daisy. The movie shifts gears from the book with its portrayal of Daisy and her relationship with Gatsby. The love story never really translates in the book. Everything Gatsby does is for her, but you never can reason why. She's like that girl in those Twilight books, an extremely two-dimensional character that the people around her are willing to move mountains for. Why exactly? Well, Hollywood tried to answer that question by amping up the love story and turning Daisy into a more sympathetic character. This is all about dollars and cents. No one would go see a movie where you don't care if the guy gets the girl. Baz knows where his bread is buttered. This leaves you with the feeling that The Great Gatsby is no longer a book, or even a movie, but rather an industry. It is a pop culture artifact engineered to sell fashion, sell a soundtrack, be a star vehicle, sell a technology. The first thing I thought of when I heard Gatsby was 3D, and most importantly, make money. Take that, corruption of the American dream. Pass the Kool-Aid. It feels like a movie made by a committee. You can hear the pitch meeting in every frame. It's too bad too. I loved the style of Strictly Ballroom and didn't even mind the Jay-Z soundtrack, but I felt like I was constantly being sold something. Sad thing is, I got the same feeling when I read the book. Fitzgerald was trying to sell the idea that he was a more important writer than he was. The book has some wonderful imagery and symbolism, but feels a little inconsistent overall. The movie is more consistent, but tends to spell everything out and goes a little overboard on the symbolism, especially that of the green light at the end of Daisy's dock. It seems the film can't go 20 minutes without checking in on how the green light is doing. I predict college kids will eventually turn this into a drinking game. The Great Gatsby is told from the point of view of an unreliable narrator, Nick Carraway, Tobey Maguire. He goes along with everything that people put in front of him and then, at the last minute, is indignant at the results. The film doesn't even touch upon his relationship with Jordan Baker, Elizabeth Debicki, with very little consequence. It is theorized that Nick represented one side of Fitzgerald's personality while Gatsby represented another. Who is this Gatsby? This is supposed to be the big mystery that never really is a mystery in neither the book nor the movie. Having said that, I have to admit Leonardo's reveal would be my favorite part of the film. Baz nailed it. It was so over the top it was kind of awesome. Close-up, champagne glass, smug expression, Rhapsody in Blue playing in the background, and epic fireworks all added up to one of the most perfect/hilarious entrances for any character anywhere. Gatsby, the poor son of a bitch, a line conspicuously absent from the film, becomes more of a tragic character in Baz's hands than Fitzgerald's, along with the rest of Generation Egg. We are intoxicated by their decadence and apathetic to their plight. Both the book and the movie are unabashed constructions of their times, and this is wherein their greatness lies. But just like the green light off in the distance, we never quite get there. Was Gatsby truly great? Or just tragically flawed? Tell me what you think in the comments below. And if you want more shocking stories behind classic masterpieces, hit subscribe, because the next one might destroy everything you thought you knew about literature.